I was asked about painting and rendering, so I wanted to show some of my process with this drawing I did for my good friend Dawn on Twitter for Christmas. You'll excuse my voice, I'm just a little bit sick, but I'll try my best to explain. Now that the sketch is ready, what I like to do is write on the sketch layer, just the same layer, it doesn't matter, or you could do it on top if you wanted. I select a brush. It doesn't really matter what brush you use, it just depends on what kind of shadows you want to add. I used the soft airbrush because it's a default tool that everyone can use, so I thought it would be better for a tutorial. So I'm just going to put shadows in all the areas that I think it makes sense. Just not worry about the color or whatever. When you're finished, just go on a layer underneath and get your base colors ready. I literally just eyedropped them from the reference image. I'll cut to the point where I've finished that as well. I've alpha locked the sketch layer that we initially did all those shadows on top of, and I'm just coloring it in with stuff that's a little bit more saturated, a little less gray and muddy. I'm just trying to make it look a little bit nicer, because, you know, shadows don't stay the same color all the time. They get more pink, more blue, more saturated towards the ends, stuff like that. Now I'm painting on a lighter color around the edges for the lighting that I want. Yeah, I'm just gonna put a filter on it to make it look better, and then buff it out when I'm finished so that it's not quite so harsh. I just want this to be a nice soft painting. So now we are getting into the important part and the reason I made this tutorial, which is the rendering. You'll notice that I think her nose looks really flat, so I'm gonna start there, just cause, I don't know, noses are kind of fun to paint, and I've been trying to get better at them. So, you know, I'm gonna make the middle lighter, and just make it look like a nose, you know what I mean? A reference image probably would have helped, but I was too lazy to grab one, so, my bad. But you'll notice on the side of the screen that I do have just the whole canvas pulled up in a small window, which is pretty helpful if you want to know what the big picture is, like what the whole thing looks like while you're working on it, especially if you zoom in quite a bit to work on small details like I do. It can be easy to make stuff look really weird if you're not, like, constantly zooming out to see the entire thing. The rest of the process is basically exactly the same as I've shown you here. We're kind of just painting our way through the whole image. I just like to render my favorite parts first, my least favorite parts last. And looking at the whole canvas can really help you see which areas need to be darker or lighter, or the colors look a little weird. Here's just a full recording that Procreate did. I hope the tutorial helped at least a little bit. This is my first time doing something like this, so thank you for watching.